What's going on, guys? Aaron here with Elite Water Sports. I'm holding the new Fusion 7 by Core Kiteboarding. I am so stoked on this thing. It's my new go-to favorite board. Stay tuned. I'm going to get in the details of why this board is for everybody. You're going to love it. Hey guys, let's get right into it. This is the Fusion 7 by Core Kiteboarding. It's my new favorite board. I've been rocking the carve board for many years, so I have to start off by saying that, man, I'm not trying to take anything away from the carve board, one of the best boards out there on the market, but man, this Fusion 7 speaks to me a little bit better. And reason being is that I like to do a little bit of wake style, I like to do a little bit of freestyle, and I like to do big air. And the carve was actually holding me back from a lot of that. So let's get into the details on what's different about the Fusion 7. Right off the bat, you'll see on the bottom of the board that V spine is more pronounced, just like their carve board, their world famous carve board, along with actually having a couple more pronounced rails going through it. Now, the Fusion 5, 6, they've always had some really deep cuts into them, but what I've seen and felt different about this board, it's more cushiony and it has more aeration underneath the board, so the board feels a little bit more lively and those landings are going to be a lot more cush. There's a reason why they did that, because this board's made for big air, for also a little bit of freestyle with that square or rectangular outline. Some things that they took off the carve board, that world famous carve board that I've been riding for over 10 years, they took that rail in the middle, they rounded it off. And as you go to the actual tips of the board, it gets a little bit skinnier and a little bit more edge-like. So you can really load up that rail and pop off with a nice load and pop for that big air that you're looking for, or freestyle tricks that you're trying to do. Chosen a different process of building your board out to make it a little bit better of a user experience, that client to the shop relationship, and trying to find the best setup for you. And what they changed about it is that now the boards don't come with handle or fins. And you might be wondering, why would they not do that? Well, they want to give you options. And what they've done is they've gone with a Revo handle that changes the flex patterns of the board, or a standard handle like this. I believe they have also a little bit cheaper one that doesn't have the leathery feel. But the fins are where it really matters, to me at least. And these are the EQ fins. These were standard last year. So if you're familiar with the Fusion 6, awesome board, they first came out with these fins back then. What I've noticed with these ones is that when I'm doing board offs or grabbing the board, I'm not so afraid to accidentally hit that fin. They're soft to the touch, they're really rounded off, no sharp edges on it, except for the very back part of it. So I even find myself doing a board off using it as a handle, versus before I would just try to squeeze the board or have to put something on the board to help with that. They also make the carved fins that are now going to be accessible to all the different core boards, and they also make a lower quality fin just to get you into the sport. That kind of goes along with their Aero boards. So let's get out in the water, let's have some fun with this thing. Enough talking, and let me show you why I love it.